This is a very, very famous piece. Heard it? Okay. And then it has the middle section, the trio. I actually said trio, I meant second theme, okay? Then you have the trio. Ba-dee-dum. The piano's the tune here. Okay, so it's an ABA form, A, E, and back to A again, okay? So do you know what all these things mean? Of course, first ending, second ending, first ending, second ending, and then DC alpha and A. Correct.
There. Go back.
Okay, yeah, I figured you did because you've done this on piano. Okay, so there's some very crucial things here. I want you to use nothing but the bottom fingerings, okay? So whenever there's a bottom fingering, I want you to be sure and use that because that's where you're playing in third, actually second and third position, okay? So let's try a little bit of it. Be very careful with the bow. I'll get my shoulder. Hang on a second. I'm glad you recognized it. All right, here we go. So slowly, so starting up bow. Syncopation. So 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Yeah, that's a slur. Separate, separate. Okay, good. So just so you know, you play the first two notes. You stay there. So it's all accented. So don't forget, these are separate. So this is slurred, slurred, separate. Then they come to that. Now this is up bow. And do you know what that's called? The two little notes at the end? It is an ornament. We call it a Nachschlag. Okay, so it's a trill with a Nachschlag in it. Okay. When you trill, and it's not indicated, what note do you trill to? Whole step or half step? Depends on the key. Okay? You always trill to the next note higher in the key, unless otherwise indicated. So we have F sharp, and C sharp, which means we're in what key?
G.
Wrong.
No. C.
Wrong again. Okay, so be careful with my bow. I'm going to take it away from you if you use it like that. Okay. Now, so just so you know, I paid $7,500 for that bow. $7,500 is worth more than that today. I've had it about 10 years. Okay? So be very careful with it. That's why I said you can't buy it. Okay, it's a one of a kind. All right, so now, let's see. Oh yeah, so on the trill, if you were to play it without, it'd be 1, 2, and a dum. So 1, 2, 3, ba ga dum, bum, ba da dum. So if you're playing it, so 3 and 4 and so you would practice that like that. And then when you play the trill, you don't want to change that. You understand? So let's try it once, right here, starting up bow. So we go 3 and let's try, here we go. Up bow, 3 and 4 and sorry, we're not going to play the trill. Try it. 3, 1, 2, and but it's slurred. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Now with the notch. Now with the trill. Here we go. Up bow. And you gotta get the bowing right in the slur. Okay, good. So now, if you're practicing this, I would suggest very strongly that you get a metronome and you count it carefully in eighth notes. So it'd be like. Okay? The reason is that I don't yet think I've had a student that started on this piece and played this correctly after the first week. And it's a lot harder to fix it if you learn it wrong. Okay? So get a metronome, set it on a, about, I mean, you can set it kind of slow, maybe like about 90 or 80 or something like that, just to get the rhythm correct. All right? Okay, I'll try it. I'll count 8 notes. Here we go. So it's 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, however, but you must start up bow. 1 and 2 and 3 and, but they're all slurred. And 1 and 2. 1, and no, that's 2 8 notes worth. Yeah, ba, 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 1 and 2, and 3 and 1. Da da da. And 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and ba da. That's the idea. Okay. I hate to tell you this. You got the rhythm sort of correct, but you screwed up all the bowings. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. You have to go slow enough that you get it all correct, and that you recognize that you have it correct. And if you don't recognize, you need to be able to recognize when you have it wrong as well. Okay, so careful, practice, all right, and very, very accurate so you don't make mistakes. All right. The middle section is nothing more than a scale, and you could also do that in A's 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, because there's almost, it's not really syncopation, but it does change a little bit. And then the other place that students always screw up is right here, because they're not playing, they just go. But if you're playing piano, you know, the pianist is going to get really upset at you because you didn't leave them time to play their notes in between. Okay? Good. So this is actually hard. Okay, so we'll stick with that, and you're going to memorize the other one. If you want to play Moon Over the Castle, you can, and then the fun one comes up next. Okay, so you get to practice double notes. Okay, so it's cool. All right, so that one's a lot of fun, and then you're on it to fourth position. Okay,
It's here.
it's where your first finger's on E. Higher, higher, too high. It's perfect fifth. Anyway, we'll get into that. So don't worry about that. And then just looking ahead, you have another very famous piece. You know that one? Okay, so minuet in G. And then this is actually from okay. You might even play it on piano. And then yum ba-da-dee-dee-dum bum bum. You probably heard that one. That's hard. Because then it goes into minor, which is the hard part. And then another very, very famous piece. You know that one? Okay. And then this is a famous piece. You probably don't know that one though. This is actually from a cello piece, from one of the Bach Gamba sonatas. It's a really, really good piece. And then, which is funny because they give you the position stuff way at the end of the book, and you need it early on. So we'll probably skip ahead of that, just so you get an idea of what's going on there. Okay, and then they give you lots of major and minor scales here, which you have to memorize all of them. And then looky there. A trill drill. Why they're at the back? I don't know. Okay, but we'll probably do those. Okay, so you have those cool pieces to work on. Okay, you're going to memorize one, perfect the other one, and be very, very accurate about it. So let's do your etudes. All right. Which etude are you on?